Welcome back to Cinema Cycle. It's August 24th, 2015, and today we end the trilogy, the Russ Meyer trilogy of the Vixen collection. And today, the final installment is Beneath the Valley of the Ultra Vixens. Again, on the Vixen theme here, which Meyer was enamored with. Anyway, last of the TNA for this week. After this, we get back to documentaries, I believe. You know, there was a time back in the 70s and 80s when there was a transition going on, and a lot of people thought, and a lot of people assumed, that the pornography industry would actually go mainstream. That you had the X rating come out, and the idea was that people envisioned that you're going to be able to go to a theater and you're going to see a high-quality, well-made adult film that is erotic and also somewhat explicit. And they started down that route. There was the Kit Kat movie theaters, and there was a lot of cinema that was done in the X-rated mode. But then it never caught on because video came along, and people could sit there in the privacy of their own home with a VHS tape and see all kinds of bizarre stuff. So you didn't need to go out to a movie theater to see it. And that's what this is. You know, if that had caught on, if there had been the idea of adult cinema that was in a movie theater and not something you watch in your bedroom in private, this is what it would have been like. It would have been, this is erotic movie making with the concept of film and filming something well, telling a story and being funny and sad and lustful. But it didn't catch on because of video. So this is kind of the end of an era. This is like there was an arc where adult cinema was going to go, and then it just dropped. And this is the end of it. So it's interesting to see what could have been if technology hadn't changed things. So like the other Vixen films, this obviously has a lot to do with sexual frustration. There's a lot of sexual content here, but it's like coitus interruptus most of the time. In this particular one, we're obviously trying to deal with the sexual dysfunction of the male protagonist, who is surrounded by, typical Meyer, all of these oversexed, voluptuous women who just want to have sex constantly and do nothing else. But what's interesting, like other Meyer films, a lot of this is shot in the same basic location, which is Southern California, Southern Arizona, around the Colorado River, Yuma. So it's kind of all like around where I live. So it's all familiar to me. It's like I recognize this landscape.